All right, welcome back, everybody. And with me, I have Wes and Emma directly from the DEF CON floor. So welcome.
Hey, how's it going? Can you hear us now?
I can hear you now.
Awesome. Thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, definitely live from the floor here. A lot going on. Still a lot of excitement for a Sunday night or Sunday day, right? But how are things going with you, Omar?
Doing well. It's a busy day, but doing perfect.
So the biggest thing, we got about an hour left of our finals.
We do.
We have one team that they are, I think, either 100 or 200 points shy. I think it's 100 points shy of closing it out, of getting everything. So that's pretty epic. And then we got a few other teams that are, kind of jockeying for second and third there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens over the next hour. We had a lot of movement on the qualifiers right towards the end, last couple hours. So we're really pumped to kind of see what comes with that. But one of the big things that kind of makes this CTF happen, kind of makes it all possible, is Hack the Box. So we have Emma here with Hack the Box. And because of them, I would say Hack the Box has been a partner for probably like 2.5, 3 years now.
Something like that.
Doing a lot of essentially like epic prize donations for us every single event. Tons of pro labs, VIP labs, Academy cubes, stickers, T-shirts, everything. Like, it is amazing what we're able to give away. And I would say you're one of the longest kind of sponsors that we've had. And all of our CTF players know that, they come play, and just the sheer amount of swag and prizes and everything that they give out, that there's a good chance they're going to get it. And that's one of the biggest things, kind of with the Hack the Box community, is able to give out prizes to everyone. So you don't have to come in first, second, and third, right? We do surveys, we do giveaways, Twitter. In DEF CON, we had a few kind of pop-up giveaways every now and then, so just had to run down here within 10 minutes or whatever to get something. People that are just being awesome in like Discord, helping other people out, we're able to kind of give them Academy cubes, all sorts of things. So do you want to talk a little bit about maybe some of the things that you guys offer?
Yeah, for sure. We love to give out prizes to tons of different events so we can help encourage the learning of everyone. Everything from Academy cubes, which is our latest big product, where we have started to move into the more educational courses. We also have our Pro Lab offerings, which is great for everyone who's brand new to experience, where it's full networks where you can practice all your skills. And we also have smaller machines and individual challenges, which we have a set of 20 active machines where everyone can access that for free at any point. And then we have our retired machines, which are free with write-ups, but you can access the latest two, or you can pay a monthly subscription and get your own private instance and everything, which is great for learning and just learning everything.
So no, definitely. And I would say like there's a lot of overlap in some of our styles, right? So like in our qualifiers, we have a lot of standalone boxes that are very similar to kind of what he was talking about, the active machines, as well as the retired machines, those individual kind of standalone. So we have those, and those are like amazing, a lot of overlap there. But then we also have, for our finals, like the in-depth scenarios, which is kind of like Dante's lab. I can't remember, what are the other pro labs that you have right now?
Offshore, Cybernetics, Rasta, and APT labs.
Awesome. So same thing, our finals is just like that, where you can actually, VPN in, whether it's fishing, a lot of the same techniques, things like that you kind of see, but just different scenarios. Super in-depth, super amazing. I had a chance to play one or two of those pro labs. I'll say I got stuck once or twice. Wasted probably a week on one particular box. I know that's definitely different. We have a 24-hour kind of time limit for our CTF here. But yeah, I was banging my head against one of the boxes, just trying to land a Covenant payload. Learned a lot about like Windows Defender and evasion, all that other stuff, which may or may not have been important in our CTF finals. We learned a lot about evasion with Defender in this one. A lot of the teams kind of leveled up quickly. So with that, a lot of overlap between the two, and that's why I think like we're a good fit, that we kind of offer a similar product where we do this a couple times throughout the year, a lot of fun, but Hack the Box is able to kind of offer that on demand anytime you want.
Yeah, and like you can always access our stuff, which is great for practicing for these like shorter time limited events. A lot of the stuff overlaps, and it's whenever you want, after work, during school, you can practice, learn, and get ready for these bigger events and train. And we ourselves host like a few of those big events every year, where we love to give out tons of prizes just for everyone. You don't have to place great. You just got to participate, and we love to give out tons of those stuff. So.
Yeah, I think Emma just hit it on the head of like we have that same kind of community feel, right? We want everyone to come out, learn something. We don't want you to get frustrated. It's easy just to say like try harder, right? Yeah. But we want you to learn, and we will definitely walk you through, right? Unless you're a top 3 team, then we're not going to help you. But outside of that, we want you to learn. We want you to have fun. We want you to level up. Come back out again, and definitely get all sorts of swag, whether it's the cubes, the shirts, the stickers, all that good stuff. So, and the one other piece that I love, we love coming out here and doing it free, and we couldn't do that without sponsors like Hack the Box. But the biggest thing, though, as far as like value, right, your return on investment for training, I think Hack the Box has that, right? So whether it's the cubes or just the experience, right, like you can start off for free, no price on the 20 active machines, but then just for a rather small amount, you can actually get the VIP lab or the pro labs. They're pretty cost effective. You can do the Academy cubes if there's particular topics you want. So.
Yeah, we also have a good few Academy modules for free where you can just give it a shot, try it out. You start off with, I think, 40 cubes, and once you complete one of the modules, you get a certain amount of cubes back. For the free ones, you get 10 back. Start with 40, so it's free. And no matter what, you always get something back. We also have offerings for the business side, so if you want to train your whole team, you can reach out to us for that. So that's a good way.
No, definitely. That's epic. There's definitely a lot that you can do there. I've been a part of companies that have done some of the private servers, things like that. It's really great team building experience. Kind of bring your whole team together, do it together, and kind of level up your workforce skills. So, huge shout out again to Hack the Box. I can't thank you enough. Token of our appreciation, we got a coin and a T-shirt for you, right. A few other things, but I know it pales in comparison to what Hack the Box gives us. Multiple times throughout the year. So
we love to sponsor as many events as we can, get out with the community and make sure everyone learns something. Even if you don't get root, as long as you get a good learning experience out of it, that's what matters.
So thank you so much, Emma, for coming out and spend some time with us. Omar, you got anything for Emma? Oh, you're muted.
Sorry.
Okay.
I didn't want to interrupt your conversation, and I double muted myself. So, no, once again, I echo what Wes mentioned. Thank you so much for all the support, not only this year, but throughout the years. You have been amazing, not only to the Red Team Village, but the whole community as a whole. So, anything that you want to highlight from the scoreboard here?
Oh, okay. I've seen a little bit of movement. I think kind of between the 4th and 5th teams. They look tied now, so and not that far off from 3rd place. So I think we can definitely see some movement. They got about 50-ish minutes left. So I don't know. I think we have 1st place pretty much locked in, but I think 2nd and 3rd is still up for grabs. So
awesome.
Definitely get in there, submit the flags. Huge shout out to our team doing support, kind of back end. They've been amazing on the CE Red Team Discord, DEF CON Discord channel. So definitely hit up any of our folks out there if you're having issues, anything like that. Again, thank you to all our volunteers that came out here, as well as all the players that came out. We couldn't, over 2,000 players that we had in the qualifiers, something like 22,000 flags submitted. It was just epic, the amount of participation that we had and the number of people that came up to the booth, as well as people playing virtually in Discord. We loved it. And then now with our finals team, we even had 1 or 2 finals teams come by the booth. So that was awesome, kind of meet them in person. So a huge shout out to them. And then definitely looking forward to sending out some swag to the top 3.
Awesome. And as a matter of fact, you just touched on something real quick. One of the questions that we're getting all the time is, hey, what are we expecting from the top 3? What are the prices?
Oh, we got a little bit of everything. We definitely have a number of courses to include some of the Hack the Box, whether it's the VIP, the Academy Cubes, a few other things to hand out. And I know definitely some of the 1st place teams have quite a few people on them. So we got that, as well as various courses from Sector 7, offensive security. So there's a lot out there that we haven't, totally given away. So definitely big swag. thing. But the biggest thing that we're going to do is we have a giveaway, or not giveaway, but we're going to give them some coins. So we are custom coins from, I think you've seen them in some of our Twitters. But either way, the Red Team Village in particular for this year, the Dunder Mifflin scenario or theme. So huge shout out. They'll get a couple of those as well as some virtual prizes. So since all the international ones, you know, it's kind of hard to do all the international shipping, but they're going to get some good virtual swag as well as, you know, a few physical gifts there to make it worthwhile. So
very, very cool. Thank you.
Thank
And,
you, Omar.
Two things. You mentioned yesterday that anybody can actually create their own walkthrough video and then tweet the Red Team Village CTF and the CTF. You know, we're advertising that down below. Anything else that you want to expand on that?
Yes. So I know we get a lot of the questions of, you know, we're a little bit different than like Hack the Box. We don't release kind of walkthroughs on a whole lot of stuff. I know with their Academy Cubes, they have a lot of that training, release everything. But even though we don't publicly release kind of walkthroughs for our challenges, we may down the road, we're thinking about it. But what we do encourage, though, we want everyone who does them to do a write-up. We love seeing those. I love, for me personally, like if I make a challenge, I love seeing someone else's mindset, like what they thought of it, right? I want to know good and bad, right? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was this frustrating? But was it frustrating in a good way or in a bad way? So we love seeing them. And if you tweet with Red Team Village or the author of the challenge that's listed in all the challenges, or myself or Pony IP, we will go ahead and blast that out, right? So, you know, if you low-key looking for, you know, some traffic to your site, whatever, get, you know, their blog posts or GitHub pages, just do a walkthrough, shoot it to us, and then we'll blast it out because we love reading them. And then we love just, you know, pushing them out there for other people because we get those questions a lot. Definitely after an event, we shoot them out to some of the other people when they call and they, hey, I got this question about this challenge. I don't know how to do it. And we're like, well, this other player, they did a write-up for it. Here you go, check it out. So please do write-ups, tag us in it, and we'll retweet and like it. So
awesome. And I'm just trying to type super fast in here, but I put a banner down below with your Twitter handle. So Wes is Not Researcher and also Pony IP. So if you tag them both, please do so. And then the last announcement, what you just mentioned, you know, please join the conversation at the DEF CON official server. And I have the link in the bottom of the screen as well as the channel. So with that, thank you again, Emma, so much for your time and your help.
So Emma, one last thing. How can we get a hold of you?
You can reach me on Twitter at 0xemma. Shoot me an email if you guys want to talk about anything. Emma@hackthebox.eu. Those are great ways.
Perfect. So definitely any, you know, questions for Emma or the Hack the Box team, reach out. Emma's community manager, so definitely loves hearing from people. So please, you know, reach out, hit him up on Twitter, any kind of thing like that. So great stuff there. So again, thank you so much to Hack the Box. Thank you so much to our players. Hope you have fun. Still about 45 minutes. If you want to stop by the booth, last 45 minutes, that's great. If not, we'll see most of everyone at closing ceremonies for just the announcement of the winners. But 45 minutes, please, you know, keep on submitting those flags. Have fun.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Knock, knock, who's there? This guy. What's up, Red Teamers? What's up, DEF CON? It's your favorite fake, brilliant billionaire investor. My little birdie's cheap, 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 cheap. I like cheap things. That's why I'm rich. They let me know that Lunar Fire is under fire. But that is a Tres Comas company. And that's got so much smart shit in it. And so it's unhackable. Or is it? No, it isn't. Not even you boy and girl geniuses can do it. You would have to be the human equivalents of cars with doors that open like this or like this. Are you? Can you? Will you? Don't.
Hello, everyone. I'm Barry Darnell from the Red Team Village, and today we are here with Omar Santos from the Red Team Village, as well as our guest, Ipsec from Hack the Box.
Hey, guys. What's going on?
Oh,
Ipsec, Hack the Box has been a longtime supporter of the Village. Can you tell me more about the company?
Yeah, Hack the Box is a hands-on security training platform, and our main goal is to make good training readily available to anyone in the world. If you're new to a topic or just the field in general, we have Hack the Box Academy, and it's a guided learning experience, which just means we have written material and hands-on labs. And again, when building this, accessibility was our number one desire. So we created the Pwn box, which allows you to have a whole operating system in your browser. So the machine you're doing this learning on doesn't even have to be powerful. You can do it on like a Chromebook. If for some reason you want to do it on a phone, you can. I wouldn't recommend that. But everything's done within a web browser. If you want to bring your own OS, we also provide a VPN pack for you, so you can join your OS to the VPN and go on learning. In addition to the Academy, we have Unguided Learning, which is what we're most famous for. This is the weekly challenges machines or entire like networks we put out on the platform, and that we ask people not to publicly talk about these challenges until they retire, which is typically 20 weeks. This is my favorite and what I credit most of my success to, because it really enforces building good social relationships that not only help get you the help when you need it, but also when teaching, it often validates your understanding of it, and it's proven to help memory retention. So I have a lot of friends in my social network that include Barry. I met him through another friend who met him at DerbyCon, which is a similar event of Red Team Village. And the funny thing is, both my other friend Kyle and Barry all lived within like 30 miles of each other, but we met like hundreds of miles away. So definitely like important to go view and travel and experience the community, because you'll never know who you find and how close people may be. It's a small world.
Absolutely. I think we've all been cooped up these last few months here. I think a lot of people are excited to go in person to Las Vegas to attend DEF CON. And so we're really excited to see some of our old friends and make some new ones. Speaking of that community, you know, Hack the Box is a very vibrant community, both on their Discord as well as all over Twitter. Can you tell me a little bit more about the people behind Hack the Box, maybe some projects that you might be working on?
Yeah, we have a innovation team that's designed at like pushing what we think is the limit. So typically, most of our stuff is either a Docker or a VMware image. And the innovation team is looking into Google Cloud, AWS, and Azure to provide a pro lab called Black Sky, which is just based upon those types of features. So if you want to exploit IAM or do a lot of those unique cloud things, Black Sky Lab is going to be that. We also have, as you said, the Discord community. We have Roadrunner who runs that, and they help provide a lot of good support and just learning to anyone, in addition to a bunch of CTFs. I think we run a CTF like every other month or something. It's insane.
well, talking about the CTF and talking about all the activities, you know, throughout the years, you guys have supported the Red Team Village tremendously. So first of all, thank you, and thank you, Hack the Box. So I got a couple of questions, right? So one of the questions is, you know, what will you say that is the best part about sponsoring community efforts like the Red Team Village CTF this year?
I mean, obviously it helps the community grow, and most of my like relationships, I can credit almost all my professional success as to leeching off my friends' knowledge, because no one can know everything. And I can't speak for anyone at Hack the Box, but I know a bunch of my friends at Hack the Box are super excited to play a CTF built by other people. And we've played the Red Team Village CTFs for quite a while. I vaguely remember one, I think 2 years ago, that involved exploiting a printer, which was new to all of us. We were all like big binary exploit people, and then it threw a different architecture at us that we never really experimented with. And it was just a lot of fun to play. So super excited to sponsor an event that we can participate in and learn new things to hopefully put out on our platform in the future.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And I think that you're hitting my next question, which is, why do you think sponsoring the Red Team Village this year is so important for the community?
Yeah, number one, it's important to, like, with COVID and all, we want to increase our socialization and everything. We've been all cooped up. And the Red Team Village incorporates all of Hack the Box's things. The main thing was being accessible. If you can't travel, you can do it online and form a team. And additionally, if you want, it's available for the high cost of $0, which aligns with kind of our methodology and what we want. All our machines are available for free for a time, and then once they retire, then you have to pay a small fee to gain access to it, because hosting 150 images permanently would just be expensive. Can't do that for free. Additionally, I believe InfoSec is a unique profession where team building activities have immeasurable impact. If you look at the non-InfoSec teams, they still do team building activities. Like, you have that gimmicky trust fall and escape room, etc. And they're doing them just to help build that social bond between coworkers. So you know it's valuable, since that's the only thing they care about. In the InfoSec world, we have CTFs that is just like that on steroids. It has all that same social bonding benefits. Like I mentioned earlier, I play CTFs with Barry. I've played CTFs with OXDF, Mr. Ben, John Hammond, a bunch of people. I just have a lot of fun with playing these CTFs along with coworkers. And in addition to that social bond that you build, it also gives you a lot of techniques that you may be able to immediately provide your work value, because you're joining hands with a bunch of other companies to learn things. It wouldn't surprise me if you do the CTF and then find something that you can immediately turn around to do on your job. I remember doing almost any pro lab. I'll use Offshore as an example, where the foothold involves exploiting Splunk. And I had a pen test that I kept missing this vector on because I just didn't know it, and Mr. Ben put it in that pro lab. So when I did that, it was just like an eye-opening thing of, oh God, what have I been missing? So definitely the big social aspect is huge here.
Awesome. And I couldn't agree more. And once again, thank you. I have one more last question, when it's around the benefits that your team actually will receive by participating at the DEF CON Red Team Village CTF this year.
Yeah, Hack the Box and Red Team Village are almost synonymous in what we provide and our methodologies. So the only unfortunate thing is the Red Team Village CTF is a yearly thing, while Hack the Box produces new things on a weekly basis. It's probably not to the scale that Red Team Village will be doing, just because it's constant. But if you're itching to do more after doing the CTF, definitely check out the platform if you haven't, and go over to Hack the Box, because I'm sure you'll love the challenges we put on the site.
Awesome. So once again, thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you, Hack the Box, for sponsoring the Red Team Village. And I hope to see you at DEF CON.
Yeah, take care.
I don't understand. Why are humans like this? don't understand. Why are humans like this? I don't understand. Why are humans like this? I don't understand. Why are humans like this?
Welcome, everyone. I'm Barrett Darnell with the Red Team Village, and I'm here today with Ryan Dory and Matt Eidelberg from Optiv.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. How's it going?
Ryan and Matt, thank you so much for being here today, and I want to thank Optiv for being a sponsor for the Red Team Village CTF this year. Your support really helps, and it goes a long way at allowing us to provide a big event both in person and virtually. Can you tell me a little bit more about Optiv?
Yeah, absolutely. So to put it very simply, Optiv is a pure play cybersecurity partner. And what does that mean? We aim to do all security all the time, right? We can help in ways of advisory, deployment, and even manage operations, right? So ultimately, our goal is very simply to help organizations realize a more effective security program and posture.
And for both of you specifically, what do you do at Optiv?
So I'm a senior director inside of threat management, which is a larger umbrella, but I specifically have the privilege of leading our attack and pen team. So my focus is on the direction of success of that team, and I achieve this largely by enabling the great folks around me, such as Mr. Eidelberg here.
And I'm a technical manager under Attack and Pen. My primary role is leading the adversarial simulation services. This is our branch that focuses primarily on red and purple team operations. My role in there is not only executing these types of engagements, but also focusing on helping to innovate the team and grow more operators to perform these types of engagements.
All right, and for that Attack and Pen practice, why do you like working there?
Yeah, so for me, first and foremost, it's the close family atmosphere that we have on the team. And what I mean by that is I've been on the team for almost 9 years now. I've been in Attack and Pen the entire time, and I'm not alone in that. There's several other individuals on the team that have been here for a similar amount of time, such as Matt himself. So what that's yielded is a really good dynamic of folks to work well together while we simultaneously, pursue our passion of offensive security.
And just to add on to that, I would say in a single word, the community. The team itself honestly strives constantly to push the boundaries, to teach each other new things, whether or not it's failures from previous engagements to help educate for future kind of tests, or even success stories. It's all about sharing and kind of bolstering each other through knowledge sharing.
Absolutely, and and a plug for that giving back to the community aspect. I was on your GitHub the other day, and I was looking at the Scarecrow, and I know I've got that on my list to do a deep dive on after DEF CON. Love the fact that a lot of big players in information security share that research, share that tooling that they create.
Yep, that's what we strive to do here.
And for your team, what types of people work there? What are their backgrounds?
So it's a good variety of backgrounds, right? So we have folks, from being a good part of us being veterans, to business-minded folks, to engineering folks, et cetera, right? But like I mentioned earlier, there's the ultimate commonality, right, of a shared objective of offensive and passion for offensive security testing. And then what we qualify that success really is helping leave our clients better than we found them at the end of the day. And of course, folks have a very specific or can have a specific subset of interest inside the team. That could be IoT to embedded to wireless to low-level Windows stuff to evasion, et cetera, right? So there's definitely some sub-pockets for people to really go a mile deep on.
Great. And with such a diverse group, what makes somebody a success in A&P?
So aside from technical acumen, which obviously is held, it's an important quality on this specific role, right, is the ability to show ownership and leadership and give back to the team. Really, owning a specific service or an offering, helping others, mentoring, et cetera. We hold that in incredibly high value. And then, as we mentioned earlier, with regard to like Source Zero and Scarecrow, right, is the public thought leadership to help the team immediately, and then also give back to the community as well.
Yep, and just to add on to that, I would say the eagerness to learn and improve your trade craft. honestly, the ones we see that excel the most are the ones that not only focus on themselves, but also make sure that they help their fellow teammates or coworkers, whether or not they're struggling with something, or helping to help them also pursue and grow their talents. Those are the ones that I see often have the base success here.
That's great. Absolutely. I mean, this is a team sport, doing what we do.
Yep.
For the Red Team Village, one thing that we really love to do is offer a lot of environments for training. We do workshops. We participate in a lot of different cons. And one thing we want to do is bring as many people into this community as possible. And so I'd like to ask for both of you, what is your advice for people who are interested in cybersecurity as a profession?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I'll speak to the path that I took to get here, and I think it holds true to the question, right? But I think it's very important or imperative for folks to have a deep foundational understanding as to how things work, right? So what I mean by that is, how does Active Directory work? How does networking function? How can you manipulate these things to maybe work outside the bounds it was intended to, right? So that can apply to even development, web applications, etc. Oftentimes I get asked by people that are a bit younger, say in college or whatever, and they're like, hey, should I take this security class and become a pen tester? Well, I would really encourage folks to get a lot of those more foundational understandings to how things work before they move to the stage of trying to, move to the adversarial emulation types part.
Yep, and I would just add to not just focus when you're learning on red team tactics. It's incredibly valuable in the current landscape to focus on both blue and red team. Having that ability to speak both can really augment your skill set. And, this is very much a cat and mouse game-based industry. And just knowing both sides, their playbooks, can really help you understand the strengths and weaknesses of both sides. So when you're coming up against, say, a red team or a blue team, you know what they are great at and what their weaknesses are to really help plan out those attacks, or even your knowledge set to improve on.
That is phenomenal advice. This industry is a challenge because there's so much breadth and depth that you can take, not to mention that it's evolving every single day. So it's impossible to keep up. So you've got to have that thirst for knowledge. And without that foundation, it is quite difficult. I mean, you might throw that exploit and get that shell back, but then the question is, what do you do next, right? And so great advice. I want to thank both of you for being here today. Thank you again for the sponsorship. Looking forward to meeting you in person, and also with DEF CON right around the corner. Looking to engage with old friends and make some new ones. So thank you again.
Absolutely, thank you for the opportunity, and we're looking forward to seeing some folks out at DEF CON.
Yep.
Knock, knock, who's there? This guy. What's up, Red Teamers? What's up, DEF CON? It's your favorite fake, brilliant billionaire investor. My little birdie's cheap, 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 cheap. I like cheap things, that's why I'm rich. They let me know that Lunar Fire is under fire, but that is a Tres Comas company. And that's got so much smart shit in it. And so it's unhackable. Or is it? No, it isn't. Not even you boy and girl geniuses can do it. You would have to be the human equivalents of cars with doors that open like this or like this. Are you? Can you? Will you? Don't.
Of human sacrifice must come from them.
The future. The future. The future. The future.
For the future.
The future. The future. The future.
The future.
The future.
The future.
Future.
The future. The future.
The future. Right, there you go.
Switch off the lights. Close your eyes. Feel the energy inside.
CHP's got the melody. Back to the family, the guaranteed to rise you back. Correct, CHP's got the melody. Back to the family, the guaranteed to rise you back. Correct, CHP's got the melody. Back to the family, back to the family. Hey, hey, hey! Fire!
Trashing a flow like that! Trashing!
Switch up the lights. Close your eyes. Feel the energy inside.
CHP's got the melody. Back to the family, the guaranteed to rise you back. Correct, CHP's got the melody. Back to the family, the guaranteed to rise you back. Correct, CHP's.
sit here. Sit on this side. Hey, how's it going? Hey, hey, Omar. Hey, can you hear me, Omar?
It's with the stream. Can't hear Omar.
Oh, well, Omar, I can't hear you, but hopefully you can hear us. Maybe give us a thumbs up if you can hear us. But we are.
We can hear you.
I can hear you now. Perfect. Thank you. So we are definitely live from the floor. So I'm here, Wes. Also go with my NOP researcher. Got Austin here with me. Definitely one of our CTF builders. System Dome on the tweeters. So either way, we got about 2 minutes left here. Looking at this scoreboard, there's a lot of movement, a lot of kind of back and forth. Well, first place though has been pretty rock solid, staying in first there. But did we get any last minute movement between?
Yeah, Son of Anton jumped up a bit. I caught a few boxes.
Oh, so Son of Anton had a big jump. They were tied for like fourth and fifth for a little bit. So we saw a little bit of last movement. So we got approximately 1 minute left here. Then we are going to close down the scoreboard or pause the scoreboard. So with that, I think it's I don't know what any kind of commentary what you saw on the scoreboard's movement.
I can't say that enough. I'm just extremely impressed with all the team. Most of the teams were able to get into the network. I know Windows Defender was kind of giving out some beatings, but no, they ended up getting in. I've seen a lot of innovation. I mean, obviously AI generated EPT are just absolutely killing it. A lot of really elite folks there. I'm just super impressed. I'm really glad that someone was able to get through all the boxes and get all the way to the last box and get the last flag. I know one of our challenge designers who wrote that last Pwnable, he spent a lot of time and effort, and he was explaining to me how it works. And I probably wouldn't have got that in a million years. So God bless whatever poor reverser had to kind of go through that. But what a champ. That's all I got to say. That's incredible.
So it is official. We will be pausing the scoreboard here in a moment, but it is official. It is 12 o'clock local time here. So with that, the competition is over. So huge shout out to AI Generated. They not only came in first place, but they got every single flag. I will tell you, last night we were kind of having this whole debate and kind of leading up to everything of is a team going to be able to kind of close this out and really check off every box on the board, and AI Generated came through and did that. So super huge shout outs to them. Very impressive work.
The level of skill involved is just absolutely mind boggling, especially in such a short time frame. I know it took us just walking through with the answers. It took us quite a long time to kind of get through. And I know there were some hiccups on the infrastructure side a little bit and some of the understanding on some of the callbacks and whatnot. But I'm really glad to see that they just absolutely swept it out. And also a huge shout out to EPT and the Hack Street Boys. Great name, by the way.
So don't forget, definitely at closing ceremonies, Hack Street Boys will be putting on a short performance. They'll be dancing across the stage there for a little bit. So definitely come on out, see them. I don't know what song they're going to pick, but it should be pretty epic. But with that, yeah, definitely EPT and Hack Street Boys, the level of talent. I would say, as we were going through and QAing this, you're talking about the people who made this. Going through and QAing the challenges, making sure things worked as expected. We took a long time to kind of go through this scenario multiple times over and over again, and we thought we're getting faster each time, but we still never did it in 24 hours.
And it's one thing to kind of go through knowing the answers, but then when you try and design some of these puzzles and some of these challenges to be solvable, and you're not sure if you give them the right hints or whatnot, and we were kind of discussing amongst ourselves, we're not sure if anybody's going to get through even to the second network, and just with a scenario, right, of the supply side attack and kind of subverting that code base to then get execution in the second network. And we had quite a few teams actually get into the second network, which I was impressed with, and kind of right in that back door. Just really impressed, and kind of a true testament to it's a Red Team Village CTF, great red teamers. Hopefully, the teams had fun, learned a lot. I at least hope. I know I did. And then as well, just, hopefully this came close to at least somewhat of a realistic network or something you might see in a Red Team engagement. And hopefully you found it was more related to current events and kind of some of the novel like APT techniques that we've seen from this year, especially on the threat intel side, and kind of reflected in the two networks.
So definitely, I'll be honest, I think we lied to you all. We said there's going to be no pen test report required at the end of this, but looking at the teams and like the talent that you had, if you happen to have any like walkthroughs or any, the particular boxes or anything you want to share, we'd definitely love to see those write-ups. Make sure to, if you write up anything, put it out there, whether it's on your blog or GitHub pages, whatever it is, right? We'd love to see it. So definitely tweet it out to, Red Team Village, DM, any of our folks either. Pony IP, myself, Not Research, or System Dumb, and then we'll definitely throw that out there as well as retweet and all that. We love reading those, right? So whether it's qualifiers rounds or the actual finals, it's pretty amazing just kind of dig in and out, kind of get a glimpse of that mindset that you had as you're going through the problem, just be able to see, what you thought on solving this challenge. And then we also, we design a lot of this with like a specific flow in mind of like, hey, we expect them to go this way. And, sometimes we're like, oh, well, they can use like these 3 different tools to accomplish that, or they can go this way or maybe that way. I love just seeing when someone does, something totally creative, something I'm not familiar with. And I was just like, man, I didn't even think about doing it that way. So I love seeing that. So please, definitely, if you're feeling froggy and you want to, write up that pen test report, please just, tweet it out to us so then we could, share it with the community and kind of let everyone know and kind of get a glimpse into, what it was like doing the finals. So we'd love to hear from any of the teams that are out there and what their experiences were.
If you have feedback, and then also, if you see the handles on some of the challenge designers from Quals, a lot of those people also worked in the finals too. Shout out to, like Waldo and Mike and, Conehead as well. People who are helping kind of like interface with you all and answer questions. Bob Dole, all those folks, Rob Chain.
So definitely, if you think about all the targets that you interacted with, right? There's a whole nother slew of support targets behind that. So with that, like so many boxes per network, right? And each team had their own instance. So we're talking about 20 instances for the top team. Definitely AWS loves us. We spent a pretty penny with them. But with that, it takes a lot to kind of create that as well as support it, right? So huge shout out to our support team, kind of running, sporadically kind of throughout the night. We tried, I know we weren't going to have, coverage all night long, but for part of the night, we were able to kind of get some of that coverage as well as in this morning, kind of help the teams along as they made it through the network. So huge shout out again to AI Generated. I'm looking forward to some feedback from you all, seeing as you made it all the way through. We were a little worried with that binary exploitation at the end. So
yeah,
so impressed with, the kind of skills. And I will tell you that our Land HB designed that final exploit at the end there, and I think you would love some of your feedback and just kind of what you thought about that, because we were geeking out about it last night. So
yeah,
we want to know. But yeah, again, big shout out to EPT. And then
Generated, obviously, and then Hack Street Boys, and then also some of the other teams. We have the Yeehaws out here physically present with us, so thanks for hanging out as well. Like I said, I'm looking at the points. I'm seeing like most of the teams got into the network and got to kind of play around with it. So and then obviously thanks to the sponsors and stuff for covering the cost that it takes to host 20 Active Directory environments in the cloud. So yeah, thanks to them.
Awesome. No, definitely loved it, and already starting to get poked up. I will say my Discord is a bit unwieldy right now. Way too messages pending for me, so bear with me. I'll try to respond to some of you guys. I think Snowscans just hit me up, so super stoked. I'll try to talk to you all later once we hop on this, but definitely closing ceremonies. All the teams will be announced at closing ceremonies, and then we will work with the captains of the teams. So definitely please stay in contact with myself via the emails that you provided, as well as the Discord handles, and we'll work out logistics. But just give us a little bit of time to kind of work out the logistics and get the prizes and everything out to you all. Our sponsors need a little bit, and I'm sure just like you all, I need to take a nap at some point. I'm a bit tired here, but again, thank you all so much. And then huge shout out to Omar for kind of handling our streaming. Without Omar, I would be struggle busting right now, trying to juggle all of this. So huge shout out, Omar. Thank you so much for kind of coordinating a lot of this, making it possible so we can come to you live from the DEF CON floor and kind of sharing all this.
Thank you. It's quite the opposite. And I'm going to take the opportunity to actually congratulate some of the winners of the OSCP courses that we were giving away yesterday. We promised that we were going to announce it this morning, and I failed to do that. So you can probably take your money back now. But the congratulations to Goodspeed, Not Just Bob, and Susan B123. Actually, pretty cool handles. So you're the winners of the OSCP courses that we had yesterday. We're going to announce more giveaways, throughout the course. Actually, probably even after DEF CON, we do have a couple of more prizes to actually give. So be in the lookout to a few things, the Discord server, definitely Twitter. And of course, we're going to be announcing many, many other things in the upcoming hours or so. Now, the other thing is that our next event is HackerOne ActivityCon, and once again, thank you, Nahamsek. He's actually been instrumental, definitely on day one, with all the panels, all the interviews, all the streaming. So thank you again, Ben, or Nahamsek, for all your collaboration and all your work here. But we'll hope to see you at HackerOne ActivityCon, and the details about that con is in the bottom of the screen, and the Red Team Village will be there. So with that, let's go in a quick break, and then we're going to be, again, announcing a whole bunch of other prizes a little bit later on.
Thanks a lot, Omar. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
constructive feedback. So hopefully we'll come back next time we deploy this.
Knock, knock, who's there? This guy. What's up, Red Teamers? What's up, DEF CON? It's your favorite fake, brilliant billionaire investor. My little birdie's cheap, 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 cheap. I like cheap things, that's why I'm rich. They let me know that Lunar Fire is under fire, but that is a Tres Comas company. And that's got so much smart shit in it. And so it's unhackable. Or is it? No, it isn't. Not even you boy and girl geniuses can do it. You would have to be the human equivalents of cars with doors that open like this or like this. Are you? Can you? Will you? Don't.
All right, we're back live. And once again, congratulations to AI-generated, EPT, and Hack Street Boys. You were the winners of the CTF this year. And one more time to announce the winners of the OSCP courses. Congratulations to Goodspeed, Not Just Bob, and Susan B123. As I mentioned just a few minutes ago, we will have a few additional prizes, so stay tuned and definitely be in the lookout in Twitter. I'm going to try to bring the DEF CON floor right now live to the stream. So bear with me just 1 second. Hey, Wes, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, so we're, again, congratulations to all the teams, right? AI generated, EPT, Hack the Street, as well as, the entire top 20 that made it to finals, right? That is huge to kind of make it to finals. So great, showing. I hope all the teams learned something, right? I think we all learned something about defender evasion, as well as, on some spear phishing, as well as you kind of got further in the network. Defender was out there, was catching a lot of different things, whether it was the actual binaries or heuristics. So definitely a lot of fun. And definitely I saw a few teams learned a little bit about some CI/CD. There's, I think, some fun experiences. Some teams kind of, deleted some services or overwrote, broke some of the things, but we were able to kind of restart it for them, get them going again like that. So a lot of fun and excitement out there. Definitely for the teams, kind of do that supply side interdiction, get in that CI/CD pipeline, pop out into another network, and then from there just kind of pivot and go. So it was a huge experience. Definitely loved it. I'm glad to hear kind of feedback from some of the teams. Yeah, but we're here at the DEF CON floor. We're just kind of wrapping up now, taking down the projectors, things like that. As we kind of clean up in the contest floor here, we'll make our way to closing ceremonies. With that, they'll make some announcements for everything that's kind of going on for all of our top 3 teams in the finals. But again, we just want to thank all of our quals, every single player that kind of came out. A lot of points on the board, a lot of flag submissions. So we definitely think everyone had a lot of fun. And then with that, our top teams were just, showing that skill and then making it to the finals.
Yeah, we had a lot of great feedback too. I know I've learned quite a few things, and we're gonna go make it better for next time. And yeah, we really appreciate all the good vibes and constructive feedback and the very minimal hate. Obviously, this community is really great and amazing, and I've loved interacting with you all. So if you slide in my DMs at some point, we interacted or I helped you with a hint or something like that, yeah, I appreciate you guys all being so cool. So thank you.
Definitely, and then especially with the CTF next year, a lot of lessons that you all learned. All I can say is that we're going to take it up another notch, and it'll be difficult. So again, we'll have another kind of red team engagement, right? A little pen test engagement here. So kind of bring your A game, kind of prep. I'll probably review some notes from what you did this time, and kind of be ready to take it up to that next level. So we definitely looking forward. Follow us kind of throughout the year. ActivityCon, everything else. Those will be a lot of our kind of more standard Jeopardy style kind of board qualifiers rounds. So kind of follow us throughout the year. A lot of new challenges will be coming out, and then definitely DEF CON next year. We'll have the full blown scenario at the end. Huge environments, all that great stuff.
All right. So thanks again. And as Wes just mentioned, our next event is HackerOne's ActivityCon. And with that, I think that this is a close, at least for this stream. If you're on site, please go to the official closing ceremonies from DEF CON. And before I lose my voice as well. So thanks again.
Thanks a lot, Omar.
See you in the
Take
next
care.
one. Absolutely.